make it easy for potential clients to know if you're the right fit and if they're the right fit for you. That's really important because you don't want to be wasting a lot of time figuring out if they have the right project or the right budget. As you start growing your business, you're going to have more and more inquiries, and you need to have a way to filter out the bad inquiries. So this is what I want to look at in today's video. We're going to look at my screen. It's going to be a very short video. We're going to talk first about having a clear contact form and what to include in your contact form. And then we're going to talk about investment guides. And although I want to do a separate video for the investment guide because I think it deserves its own video, I'm going to talk a little bit about why having an investment guide download on your website is a good idea. And yes, let's get into it. So it's clear that if you only ask for people to include their names and their emails on the contact form, you're going to have a lot of emails to answer. And you know that most inquiries are not going to lead to a booked project. So you want to filter out as many inquiries as possible that are not going to fit the type of project or type of client that you're looking for at this time. And this is the part where you're going to be able to filter out the good and the bad fits. The second step, which I'm going to talk about, is going to help them as potential clients know if you are the right fit for them or not. The more streamlined your inquiry process is, the more time you're going to be able to free up to focus on the actual clients rather than answering lots of inquiries that are not going to lead to you signing them as clients. Of course, the contact form are a great way for you to get answers, but you want to ensure that it's not going to take potential clients 15 minutes to fill out. So it should only take 2-3 minutes for them to answer the questions and then submit the form. There are a few ways to have contact forms on your website. I know that some of my clients still use those Google Forms to get answers to questions. I don't find that it's the best way to streamline your process. What I love to do is using a CRM tool, client management tool like Dubsado. It doesn't have to be this one. It's the one that I use, and it's the one that I have lots of videos on this channel. So if you are interested, you can check out more of the videos. But a tool like Dubsado is going to allow you to put together contact forms that are on brand. They're going to have your logos, your brand colors, and you're going to get all the answers for all your leads. So then you can keep track of your leads and you can very easily look at all the answers that they submitted as part of the contact form. Some of the things that would absolutely make sure you include in your contact form, obviously first name and last name, their email, potentially their phone number, location. Sometimes they look at websites and they don't even look at the location. So it could be that you're in Florida and they're all the way in Oregon, and it's not going to work because you only do projects in Florida. So just ask them for their location, or at least the location of the project, a little bit more about the scope of the project. So asking them to write a few sentences about what they're looking for is going to be helpful for you to see if it's a project you're interested in or not. Budget range, so you could just have different budget ranges and see which one they pick. The project timeline, of course, if you are extremely busy for the next 6 months and then they want the project to be done in 4, it's not going to work. So you want to know what the project timeline is for them. And lastly, you could already ask them a little bit more about their design style. You don't have to ask them in the contact form. It can come at a later stage. You could also ask them on the discovery call. But if your contact form is short enough that it's not going to take them too much time to answer, then you could already ask them what their vision is for their space. I think in a way we don't want to overwhelm people with lots of questions, but also having a contact form is going to filter out a lot of people who go on designers' websites and they just fill out their name and their email everywhere. Having to spend a few minutes answering questions on the contact form is going to show you if this person is really interested in getting a designer or if it's someone who's not very serious and they just want to get on a call and they just want to see what your fees are. Okay, so we're going to get into the computer. I'm going to show you 4 websites. We actually designed all 4 websites. They're my clients. And I'm going to show you the way that they are putting together the contact forms. Some of them for me are not, they're too simple. They could have more information included, but let's move on to the computer and look at that right now. Okay, so on this first website, it's actually my favorite contact form because she's asking a lot of information. So she has a contact tab, and then she's asking for first and last name, email, phone number, the address, so location. She's asking more about the project. if it's a furnishing project or renovation. This is very important. You want to start understanding what the potential client wants and if it's a project you're willing to work on right now. What is your planned project investment? So you could have a drop down here. Then she's asking for images. That's great. You don't have to, but it's good. She's already asking for some inspiration images and how did you hear about us? This is great for you to track where the leads are coming from, where the inquiries are coming from. So this is a great contact form. This client is only asking for the name, email, and the message. So I think she actually used to have a better contact form with more questions. She decided to simplify it. Yeah, I mean, it's good that she still has a message box so people can say a little bit more about what they're reaching out for. But I feel like if the contact form was a little bit more detailed, it would help her filter out the bad inquiries. And when I say bad, I'm just talking about the inquiries that are not good for you at this time in your journey. Same thing, this one is the same, name, email, subject, and message. She also gives the option for people to sign up to her newsletter, and this is great. I'm going to do another video about why it's important to start an email list, even if you're only starting out your business. But having this option is great. It means she's starting to build a relationship with potential clients, and maybe they're not ready to start working with her today, but they could be ready to start working with her in 6 months. So it ensures that people don't forget about her. We've looked at a few websites for the contact form. So as I said, the contact form is going to be a great way for you to filter out the bad inquiries. Then on the other side, we want to help inquiries, potential clients, understand if you're going to be a right fit for them or not. And one way to do that is to allow for people to download your investment guide. I will do a complete video on why you need an investment guide and what you should include in it. So make sure you check that one out. But an investment guide is going to outline everything about your company. So it's an introduction to your company, your values, your team if you have one, your mission, where you're based, and it starts building a relationship with these potential clients. You're also going to be sharing about your design process, your services, the way that you work with clients, your fees, how much they should budget in for this type of project, and so on. So it gives them a guide on how to work with you, what are the steps, and how much they need to invest to be able to work with you. And then you will also outline the next steps. So this guide is very complete, it's very important, and the more transparent you are with potential clients, the better the relationship is going to be, because you start building a relationship of trust. You're not hiding anything. So even though each project is different, the scope of work is going to be different, and the fees are going to be different, there are multiple ways that you can give them a better idea, a better understanding of how much they need to be working with you. So as much as you can outline in your investment guide, the better it's going to be. And as I said, it's both allowing you to know if this inquiry, this potential client is a right fit, and for them to understand if you're going to be a right fit for them or not. There's a lot of information that you can include directly on the website, such as the About page to talk more about you and what your values are, and the Service page to talk more about your services and your process. But then when it comes to talking more about fees and the budget, I feel like it's just better to have a guide that they can download. And it also means that by downloading the guide, you're getting their email address and you can start connecting over email. I'll talk more about this in a separate video. These are 2 ways that you can make it easier for potential clients to know if you're the right fit for them and for you to know if they're the right fit for you. I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you subscribe and drop any comments in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.